Well, sending the kids off to camp certainly calls up imagery and memories of our own past experiences. I know it does for me, often including an important life lesson learned away from home. Well, today there are more options out there, and there is a wide variety when it comes to camps and what is offered to kids and parents alike. And so joining us on the show this morning is Peg Smith, CEO of the American Camp Association, to keep us up to date on going off to camp. Hello, Peg. Good morning to you.
Oh, good morning.
I was talking about my own camp memories, which, are still very vivid to me all these years later. But, camp is just so much more than just getting the kids, out of the house for the summer, right? It really is a learning experience as well.
It is. It is a camp is a classroom without walls. It's a great, legitimate learning environment for kids.
And kids love that. But what about parents? What do parents find their kids learn from going to camp?
Well, I think parents find that their children grow developmentally, so they have more self-confidence, they have more self-discipline, they have more leadership. They really grow socially and emotionally, which really helps you be prepared for school.
It's great because when I went to camp with my mom and my brother and my sisters, we bonded over the course of that week, and I thought that was such a special thing. I didn't think I'd like my mom being there, but at the end of the day, I love the fact that she was there, and I understand that there are a lot of camps now out there for families, right?
It is the fastest growing segment of the camp community, family camp. And it's a place that a family can go to have wholesome bonding experiences with one another. It brings the family close. You become unplugged for whatever amount of time you're there. It builds the relationships.
And that's the most important thing, those lasting relationships. So in addition to the family camps, there are also specialty camps, a number of specialty camps.
Well, people think of traditional camps, but there are astronomy camps and cooking camps and science camps and language camps where you can send your child and get a specific skill built over that time period where you're at camp.
Now, if you've got a parent out there who's thinking, I'd love to send my kid to camp, but I don't think I can afford to send my kid to camp, tell me about cost.
Well, cost ranges, and there are camps for every family situation. And there are also subsidies, there are also scholarships, and you just need to be sure to look and ask. Go to campparents.org. You can find all the camps across the country that are accredited, and you can find one that will match your family.
And I love the fact that you can go to different camps. You can go to a specialty camp, you can go to a family camp, and if you're a brave parent, which I am not at this particular point, you can send the kids off to camp. I'm not at that point yet, but a lot of variety out there. I also wanted to ask you, what is the ACA? I've been hearing about that.
Well, ACA is a national professional organization.
Okay.
We provide training, education, and materials for camp professionals and also for parents, and that's why I mentioned campparents.org. You can find out everything you need to find out about sending your child to camp and all the options that are available that you talked about.
When I said that I was hesitant to send my kids away by themselves, you probably already know this and have heard this from a lot of parents, but it has to do with safety. I mean, I'm very concerned about if they're going to be safe there, who are they going to be around there, is there going to be any physical dangers? And I'm sure you do hear that from a lot of parents.
Well, and that's one of the reasons why the American Camp Association has an accrediting program, and it's the only national accrediting program in the country for camps. And it's really designed around health and safety. And so it's some of the best evidence a parent can obtain about whether that camp is dedicated to their child's health and safety. And so you want to look for an accredited camp when you're looking for a camp for your child.
And so it sounds like at the end of the day, just make sure you do your homework, do your due diligence before choosing a camp.
Of course, you do that with everything else you do as a parent for your child. You do the same thing when you're selecting a camp.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being with us on the show. Not too late to get your kids involved in camp this summer. So appreciate your time.
Thank you.
And again, for more information on camps and what is available, simply visit the website campparents.org.